September 18th, 2024. 2024, 2019, 2018. That's within 2% of the all-time high. Hey, Matthew, fix your tone, fam. Hey, Matthew, fix your tone, fam. Don't talk like that.
Oh, you about to check some.
Next year,
You love checking somebody in the chat.
100% of the time. This, and the last date of that is September 18th, 2024. 2024, 2019, 2018.
Artists back up.
That's within 2% of the all-time high.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Just refresh it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, what I'm saying to you is this. Hey, it's all good, family. It's all good. Let's just, we doing what we can. That's the thing about having a live show. Sometimes there's technical difficulties that we can fix, and then, my team on it, but sometimes it's doing it wrong. We good. It's all love. All right. So, watch this. That tells us this, y'all. If when the Fed cut rates, we can expect a what? Slight pullback. This is probably a profit-taking situation. But then what we know is that is probably the most perfect time to position yourself.
The versatility, Palmer. I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys.
Say it again. That's probably the perfect time for you to position yourself to pull back a little bit. Let's go a little further. Right, let's go a little further. Watch this. Now, the Fed has two jobs. The first job that the Fed is called a dual mandate. The Fed got two jobs. One, price stability. The Federal Reserve's goal of price stability means keeping inflation low.
Huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
It helps preserve the.
They'll ride the hot hand.
Let's do it. By targeting a 2% average, by targeting a 2% average inflation rate, the Fed aims to support long-term economic efficiency. Now, you got to think about this. Let's go a little further. Price stability. The next mandate they have is maximum unemployment. Means they want people to be working. The Fed's goal of maximum unemployment means sustaining the highest level of employment the economy can handle over time. So if this level shifts according with factors like demographics and market conditions, the Fed doesn't set a fixed target. Instead, it monitors the broad range of labor data to guide policies to promote strong, inclusive job growth. Now, I want you to think about something right quick. Here's the impact of the Fed cutting. Right? Watch this. Gold, silver, and Bitcoin are all affected by this. Now, let's talk about this. Here's what happens when the Fed cuts rates. When the Fed cuts rates, it actually weakens the dollar. If you go look, the day that the Fed said we are cutting rates, the dollar dropped and it dropped hard. Went up. Bitcoin went up. Gold went up. Silver went up. Assets went up. Why? Now the market is thinking, hey, free money is on the way. Okay, let's go a little bit further. All right. Mine views also came down. One of the things y'all know that I'm a fan of telling us to watch, whether it's the Patreon or whether it's Travis Anonymous, I always tell y'all, let's watch the 10-year. Every day we need to watch that 10-year. Notice that 10-year came out, right? So that's important too. So next thing that happens is we have a problem. Why do we have a problem, y'all? Because the big cut rates and rich people don't do what? Get more money. Borrow money. It becomes cheaper to borrow money. This is why Goldman Sachs, this is why JP Morgan in a low rate environment, banks all of it in
Big money.
I think they call that. I think they call that. In a lower rate environment, banks become the best investment. Why do banks become the best investment? Well, one of the best investments. You know why? Because they get to give away money for free. Who wants more money when interest rates are?
Secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American Dave Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You don't even know where they're
why?
at.
We talked about something early in the show. What did we talk about? Leveraging the sleeve of ball.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down.
See how we brought that back around?
Relax.
Leveraging the sleeve of ball. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to borrow money. What are they going to borrow money to do? Build businesses and do what? Get assets. So what happens? The poor people get poorer. You know why? Because you don't know how to leverage the money the right way. So you got to buy assets. You know why? Because watch this, as they cut rates, what happens? What happens? The power of your dollar lose what? Value. The power of your dollar lose value. So now that means what? If they also do what? Put more money in the system. That's going to do what? Increase that you need more money to buy. Let's go look for it.
Hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you
talked about the Bitcoin card.
Try to find spaces, increase it there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Hey, what is do, Trap? Super Marie. It's all the trappers. Thank you guys for taking my question. The question today is, I know that Fed is separate and independent from the government. So why is it that the president picks who the next Fed chair should be? I would assume he picks somebody who in line with what he wants to achieve during his term of being president. Why isn't it that the president pick who the next Fed chair should be? And why isn't it somebody else, or even the previous Fed chair, or current Fed chair, I should say? Thank you.
I got something for you, Malik. Watch this.
Can the president retire? Well, if the law is clear that I have a 4-year term and I go into Minnesota. So no, in your view. Now, how independent is the Fed? Who do you answer to? We are directed to execute policy in a strictly non-political way, serving all Americans. And that's what we do. We are independent in that sense. Our decisions on rates can't be reversed by any other part of government.
Now, Jerome, here's what we want to say. We said something a couple weeks ago that was really, really important. You know what we said? Jerome and be a little further. If that makes sense. Now, we do know that we have a president, and I keep saying it. Every time we keep saying what he can't do, what he do. He do what we keep saying he can't do. So this is going to be important because he's already fired one person. He made one person resign. Now fired this black man from the Fed. He's been threatening to fire Jerome Powell so many times. right? But the reason why this is important, y'all, I need y'all to understand this because this. If he fires her, now she's going to fight him. She's going to sue him. This is going to go to the Supreme Court for sure. This is going to happen. What I like about Jerome, too, when Trump tried to read that stuff, Jerome like, Jerome put his glasses on, Jerome said, that ain't right, be tripping. Jerome said, nah, that's old. Ain't no way. And then Trump said, yeah, but they gave me that, but that's wrong. Ain't no $2 billion, be tripping. So Malik, here's the thing though, the federal, the president, when the president does pick a Fed, he practically wants to pick somebody who's going to be in favor of what he does, right? That's how it goes. What happens is because the Fed is an independent agency or entity, they're not supposed to be controlled by the government. And what you have noticed is Jerome has actually been voting against Trump, right? I will say this. I do not think we need to have a rate cut right now. Here's why. Because we had the CPI data came out that was pretty decent, but we had the EPI data that came out that said it was high. It was actually double what it was supposed to be. And then if you go back and think about it, we only added 73,000 jobs. That was bad. So that tells us labor is not right. That tells us the inflation could be high. This could be interesting. And if the Fed also gets into quantitative easing where you put money in them because the Fed's balance sheet is good, this is why we need to start listening to what's going on. This is why we need to start listening. I'll be honest with you all. You want to be honest, I'm a stock person. I'm not tripping. I love it. But cutting rates in September, which we have an 89% chance to cut rates. Now, wrote this down. I want to pay attention to it. We have an 89% chance of rate cut. Don't have it until it is September 17th. We have more labor data that comes out before that. If we get a rate cut, which is an 89% chance, and we have another one in October, it says we can at least get 2 rate cuts this year, which put us at 0.5%. I'm telling y'all, it is going to be a problem with your money. You don't see all that once for something that you feel cause, whatever, I ain't going to take more, you're going to see a problem with that. So definitely you're going to have to pay attention to y'all. Let's go a little further. Like, Shaq, why don't you bring this up? Because I have been watching this company for so long, but for some reason, I just refuse to drop $5,000 on this company. I saw this company when it was about, I'm going to say about $3,500, and I watched it just go crazy. Watched it year to date, the company's up 14%, punishing the S&P 500, $700 per year. Right, over the last year, watched it up 48%, $1,800 between this time last year. I mean, from this point year over year, so from this date last year to now, it's up $1,800. But watch this, 5 years, 216%, $3,898 in 5 years. Man, this must be true. Flush me. Flush me. You know why? Because I'm telling you, bro, I'm not lying to you, bro. The stock was $3,500. You know what? I'm telling you right now, if you're in the Patreon, if you're in Trapping Town, whatever you want, the next time that this stock goes on sale, I'm telling you I'm buying. I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm not telling you about it. I'm not telling you about it. I'm going to buy this stock. Because this stock just print money. It print money. It just print money, bro. Every time, bro. Every time, bro. Every time. Look at this. Look at this. Bookings. 518 million bookings, yo. The closest thing to them is TripAdvisor at 133 million. Airbnb, 94 billion. Trip.com, it's blowing people out the water. Expedia, you wait at the bottom.
It is impressive unit to watch.
Bookings.com.
They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind.
2 years I've let this stock back. 2 years. Flush me again. We're not buying Bookings.com. Flush me again for not buying Bookings.com, bro. That's asinine.
Opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject
Well,
disaster.
every time somebody book a flight, I'm gonna say,
Not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right.
bro, 518 million flights, the most visited travel website in the world in July. 25. 518 million times, bro.
They need to score a touchdown right here.
Great fundamental
Man
company.
on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Watch me. That's me.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thundering her,
Nope.
needing a
Well,
turnaround to get it to
hotel
the
is
Man.
but you might don't use them. You might don't use them, but you can also use the things that's under them.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a man. Just
Force
had to
it
throw
up.
it away to avoid a negative play. Marshall will be forced to punt.
Number 93, on to kick it away.
I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Handoff to the lone back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. A little screen to the running back. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! Once he got some room, it was over.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a crease. It's Allen. Plows through the defense. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. Gonna be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Pulls it and fires to the left. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He breaks a tackle. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll give it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Marshall will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. At the 35, he's got room. He'll work his way down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to throw, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Thomas. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Looking for room, it's Robinson. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got him first and goal.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions all... this game, he's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Hands it off. Finding an escape route. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything in this offense.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
Okay, ready?
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
Let's go!
From the gun. Give on the inside. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jim.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple of times and they've been sacked a couple of times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Turner. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Cradles it at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. Runs through a tackle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Takes a handoff, it's Roberts. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Hard running there. They stop him cold, maybe.
Let's get the money out the way so you can start saying, hey, I deserve to live. Let's get the money out the way so you can start saying, hey, bro, I don't need to shoot that man right there because I don't even want to go to prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in the street, bro. When I knew the streets wasn't for me no more, it's when me and my nigga hit a lick, bro, and I thought about the consequences afterwards. I said, nigga.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles.
I said, hey, bro, you know what we did?
Work together. They gotta get those
I said, hey, you know about to come behind us? And that come with it. I said, oh, man, I'm tripping. In my mind, now here's the thing. I couldn't tell my nigga this. Like, nigga, I'm tired of shooting out here. I don't want to walk out my house thinking I'm about to go do something and nigga catch me off guard. That's a done. I don't want, and then my partner ready from across the river, nigga had just stood over him, hit him up. I'm like, bro, I don't want that. So the thing you know about the street is, once you start thinking about the consequences, you know it's time to get out. So this ain't me perpetrating. Anybody in the street understanding. Once you start thinking about the consequences, and once you start putting up like, man, I might go to jail, man, I might have to shoot somebody, man, I might get shot. It's time for you to get on the sidewalk. You don't belong in the street. You belong on the sidewalk. You want yourself killed. You get on the sidewalk. Get out.
After picking up
because what's going to happen is now you're thinking about everything and you don't got the same type of cuz to tell you, bro. I'll call cousin like, hey, I'm going to do pop. What you want to? And he going to come depending on where his pocket's at in the moment. If his pocket's good, he's like, I'm going to turn on because I ain't about to win. I'm working these 7-12 cuz I ain't messing with it. He went back like 3 more months. Hey, cuz, I'm about to and probably get about 40 out of that. I give you 10. I keep 30. I'm about to go to these 7-12. I'm straight, cuz. I ain't gonna respect that. If I catch him when he in between work, I'm about to come up with action.
I know that. They'll leave it with him.
If I catch him in between turnaround, he coming right. But here's the thing. It was second nature.
Man down on the play as the officials take
it's second nature. See it, I analyze it, see that. We go. I need to do that. We good. But the minute you start saying, hey, if this don't go right, I'm going to jail, I'm
he is going nowhere as the defense is.
Because just like a lion don't think about killing. The lion don't think about being a predator. A predator is in his nature. The minute the lion start worrying about the hyenas, the minute the lion lose the superiority in the safari. Let's go. Next thing. My bad. I apologize for the rant.
Let's go.
Let's go. Next thing.
Hey, what up, Trap? It's your boy Rob, aka Pills Boy in the chat. See you trapping out the house right now. Almost, man. I just want to big thanks and shout out to you and your team for everything that y'all continue to do for us, man. I just want to say that we are very blessed to be a recipient of the knowledge that you continue to provide for us.
Back in city tonight.
Thank you so much for that, bro. My question to you is, as you continue to dive into the technical analysis bag, I know you got a lot of tricks up your sleeve and a lot of tools at your ability to use, but specifically, I heard you talk about volume.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though.
Does volume play a role in your ability to take on a player or not take on a player? Appreciate you for answering my question. Shout out to the Patreon, you know.
Scanning the field.
Say Pillsbury. Say, don't call him with that voice anymore, dog.
Got it in the middle. It's Mathis.
I love you like a brother, but don't call him with that voice anymore, bro. You hear me? Oh, Casanova.
That's a huge threat for the offense.
Oh, Casanova.
They're going to need a lot more than
my dog coming out. Yeah,
defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down.
I never heard you talk about volume. You get what I'm talking about?
Makes the catch. It's Roberts. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Don't call it like that no more. Yeah. Go ahead on, bump. Beef that thing up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's that? A trap? You know what I'm talking about?
This nigga, bro.
Nah. So that's a great question, man. So I definitely be using the vibe. I need to start speaking on it. It is something that's important to me, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I will overlook it. But it is important to me. I do pay attention to it, especially when I'm looking at buying pressure or selling pressure. It's one of the stages on my list, but I will say I have you know, I'm not consistent with like paying as much attention to it, and I need to. I be so locked in on the market structure. I be so locked in on, you know, my support and resistance and my supply demand zones. I do sometimes slip on it, but it should be a key because it tells you another story. It actually helps you understand what the pressure is. It helps you understand, especially if you start understanding what that daily average volume is. If you start understanding stuff like that, it can really be a critical. Even when you see like when you may see like a spike in the market, but the buying pressure is not high, that volume is not high, that can be a thing to say, wait, hold up, what was that? You know what I'm saying? So that volume is definitely key, King, not gonna lie. And you saying it is a confirmation to me that I really need to really pay more attention to it. So that's a good question. Let's go there first.
Coaches talked about they want to get this running back.
All right, so can Trump really fire these people? So again, he's done it, and again, you know, what we have to realize, we have to come to the realization is, and I wrote this down in my notes because I was looking at what we had going forward, and I wrote this down. And I think y'all gonna appreciate this.
They're gonna ride this running
I think y'all gonna appreciate it. So what this does is the millionaire class. I wrote this down. The millionaire class in America will 100% be monitoring this, because what this does is this is going to stress test the financial infrastructure of America. And the reason being is because if this dude starts to be able to do this unchallenged, right? This is not even about a like or dislike of Trump. This is about what's the word I want to use here? This is about democracy in America, right? It's about democracy in America. And if this dude starts to wrong democracy, then you are looking at the changing of the time. One of the things you really do have to look at is, you got to look at how he puts distrust in the media. That's one of the ways where again, you got to be mindful of how you see it. So you think about this. He said something one day about Jerome Powell. He said, I don't know why Joe Biden didn't fire Jerome Powell. Bro, you hired him. You hired him. How Joe Biden won't fire the Fed, and you hired him. So I don't know why the previous regime didn't fire you, because you don't fire the Fed. You spend their time to pick somebody else out, right? And he say stuff like that. And he consistently, and for me, again, it's not even much about like a dislike. It's about just seeing what's in front of me. Like, he consistently says one thing and then says something else, and it's on TV. Like I think he said something before, like, we shouldn't be signing all these executive orders. He said that when, like, he was chasing Barack, right? And then here you are, you signed over 400 or something executive orders. So I think what happens is there's a distrust that, and the crazy thing is, as American people, you sit back and you go, this is crazy, but it's really not crazy. It's really, if you notice, one of the things he does a lot is he bashes the media a lot. Now think about it. He bashes the media a lot to do what? Put everything else on what? Truth Media. Why is the name of his media company called Truth Media? Because that's a way of undermining. Now, we all know that the media is a bunch of BS, right? We know that. I'm not even saying that ain't it, because we look at the way the media portrays black people. We look at the way the media downgrades and stuff that we do. We look at the way that media, even the media, what the media do sometimes is the media will portray something just so that people can be unrested about something. but to have your media call truth media, and then you put a bunch of lies on it. It's 100%. If I say, bro, Trump off a lot didn't do anything for the black community, I don't think he ever did. I don't think that was ever an argument. Coming up with stuff out here. But what I'm saying to us is, it's an intentional undermining of the media, and I would say this: a lot of times the media is the is. Right, and so what happens is the media is
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back to pass, it's Turner. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Marshall will be forced to punt.
On to kick it away.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking for a man, it's Turner. Takes the easy completion. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They'll run the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Marshall will be forced to punt.
To kick it away.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Florida State is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 16 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. To throw, it's Turner. Using the quick game. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
They're working that left side. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run up.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
We waited so long to start the season, and